y'all, I am here to show you how to beat the new boss Morpha. It's one of the slime bosses that is added to the Sunken Sea. You actually will summon Morpha with the same giant slime summoning totem that you can use to summon Poison, or Ivy the poisonous blob, and Glurch. So you definitely want to be stocking up on those with the merchants in order to do that. I did create a base with a bed and teleporter really close to where Morpha is located. I think that's super important for when you're potentially despawning. Really going into any boss fight, that can be really valuable to do. So I'm going to head over to the area where Morpha is located. I like being able to see, I think that's kind of fun for me. I personally have a lot of tin traps, so I feel no compunctions about potentially adding some of those to the area to kind of prepare for the boss fight. Because one of the things that's challenging is that it's really hard to get close to Morpha because there's some it sends out bubbles similar to the ones that the crabs actually send out that make it really slippery and make it hard for you to control your characters. So anything that you can do to increase the kinds of damage that you can do without needing to be in melee range is really helpful. So definitely recommend that. I did grab a bunch of food that I can stack for this particular fight. I'm also going to be relying really heavily on my ranged DPS weapons here. I've also gotten some gear that will help me out with boss fights. So the Scholar's Hood and Scholar's Cloak, which you get by going into the Forbidden City, actually do have a plus 25% damage against bosses, which is super helpful. The Ocean Heart Necklace was inside a island in the middle of a bunch of limestone walls in a circle with kind of a weird little ring around it in circle in land pieces and coral woods. The spine ring, also from the Sunken Sea, 28% damage against bosses, and the Ancient Guardian ring is something that I actually got from the wilderness biome. I've also got my Octarine shield here and Octarine pants. Those are the new pants and shield that you can actually get with the newest weapon, or the newest anvil. So I'm going to go ahead and get some of my food. The stinky cheeses from the puff fungi are always essential for the bosses, so definitely you want to make sure that you're getting those ready to go for you, because those are super important to have ready for any of these boss fights. So we're just going to be super duper buffed because I like it when buffed out. Super fun for me. Gonna grab that. And then let's get our potions ready to go for this fight here. Super important for that. Want to have the Healy potions, all that jazz ready to go. Always super important, like I said. So I think we are ready to summon the blob. So let's get this going here. Like I said, that ranged fighting is going to be super important. Oh no! Oh yikes! I got hit by one of the bubbles. That is not great. One of the beneficial things, obviously, with Morpha versus, for example, like Form, is that when he stomps on those traps, he's not going to actually destroy them. He is actually just going to make them pop back up. So that's super, super important. If you can get things moving and you can get some of those traps going, you can actually avoid... Oh my gosh. There we go. As much as you can try to avoid needing to get those slime things out of the way by having other things in place, that's just going to be super, super helpful for you for this fight. And honestly, making sure you're doing that ranged DPS is going to be really, really important to just avoid getting hit by any of those bubbles. So making sure that you have weapons that can do that is pretty essential. With that kind of combo, as you can see, it is pretty straightforward and easy to take down this blob and get that rolling. And as you can see, you can also get back all of those slime traps so that you can use them for another day. So again, super, super valuable tactic. You could honestly put down way, way more of those slime traps and make it even easier for yourself. Just spread it through this whole area. And that can honestly just make this boss fight so, so easy if you use those tin traps. And best part is you don't even have to lose them afterwards. Let's check out what we got in terms of loot here. All right, we got the slime helm. That's something that I've seen before. Pretty useful. Melee attackers become slippery is definitely useful. And being immune to the slippery movement would be super, super helpful. Especially if you can get that Morpha ring. I haven't gotten the Morpha ring yet, but being immune to slippery movement would be so, so useful in these boss fights, the fights against all the crabs in the sunken sea. All that stuff is incredibly, incredibly useful. But like I said, best way to tackle Morpha, the amorphous blob, is to basically just set those tin traps, get your food buffs, get your boss buffs, all really easy gear for boss buffs to find in the sunken sea, and then just make sure that you've got those ranged DPS weapons like the Scholar's Staff, which you can get in the Forbidden City. For more tips and tricks, check out, subscribe to my YouTube page. I'm going to be sharing more things that I've been finding in the Core Keeper realm, and we'll probably be doing some video game reviews as well, especially for demos for indie games. You can also check me out on Facebook Gaming at Carmen Fionaro Gaming. Bye guys!